Hey guys, good afternoon. I just wanted to take a moment and give you the annual state of the market that I usually do. It was done a little bit differently this year and it came out in a awesome magazine. So I have a few little diagrams that I can show you. A few things, like a few key points, is that the market is not set to bubble. So the very smart people that go out and have all of the information about what is going to happen and what is not going to happen in the market, no one is saying that they're expecting a bubble to pop and that we're going to drop incredibly low amounts. So for those of you that have been waiting to purchase or buy when you think it's going to pop, there's nothing on the horizon that is saying that that's going to happen. So they are being very honest about the fact that they expect the interest rates to increase a little bit next year, which is going to make it a little bit less affordable for people. So there may be a little bit of a slow of the market. They did state that, see, bubble looks unlikely. They did state that last year we had a 28% increase in home prices, where next year they kind of expect a single digit, which is more standard for the home price increases throughout Wasatch, Summit counties, all of the state of Utah. They were able to find that there were so many different homes, all of the counties in Utah were able to get those huge market growths. One of the really cool things I'm going to show you guys right here is, see this map right here? It talks about the states that had these high number of growth percentages from last year. And if you can see, Utah and Idaho are in dark red because number one was Idaho, which I love, and number two was Utah. So those were the two states that everyone was flocking to when everybody was trying to find a different place to be during the pandemic and the places that they wanted to spend their money. And when they realized we love the outdoors and we love the space, then Utah and Idaho became those places they were super focused on. So if you kind of watch the market, a lot of people say, oh, this happened in 2008, we're gonna drop. Well, what happened in 2008 was there was some questionable lending practices that led to a market issue, where right now it's not lending. We're getting a lot more cash offers. In fact, they said that traditionally the amount of closings that they have documented are about 10% cash offers, and in 2021 thus far it has been 15%, which if you think about that in the scope of things, that's a pretty big increase in the number of cash closings that have happened here in the state of Utah. And so it's not going to be the same thing as when we had the issues with the financing that led the market to drop and the bubble to happen. What we're seeing from this bubble is actually, though, a kind of what happened because of that downfall in 2008. So all these builders stopped building homes. So the developers stopped building as much as they were just kind of meeting the demand. And we've had all this influx of people that is actually more traditional to Utah and more traditional to the states. But because the builders were on such a standstill, that we now are finding ourselves in a place where we don't have enough homes. And that's what's going on. It's definitely a seller's market because there's not enough homes or enough inventory for the buyers to buy, which is what jacked those prices up so far in 2021. So in case you're wondering, historically, and taking into account all of those, the stock market, all the things that all these smart people are computing the numbers for and putting them into this awesome magazine and all the information for us, they're talking about it's going to maintain. We are going to see maybe a slight slow for a little bit. It'll increase a little bit again next year, as we have traditionally seen with the patterns of the market. So just know that there is not a bubble that's going to pop and you're going to get screaming deal in the next couple of years. It's going to continue to go up, single digit increases, as has traditionally been the case. Another thing that I thought was very interesting is it talked a little bit about all the condos and townhomes that are now being built in some of these communities, where they're trying to bring in affordable housing for people. So they're saying we're going to bring in some condos and some townhomes in order to make it affordable. But what they're seeing is actually an impact in the market in a negative way, because those townhomes and those condos are still coming in the upper $300,000 to $400,000, and they're finding that that's just pushing single family homes even higher. So we're finding that the affordability is not really there, especially for our first-time home buyers. So I know that could be frustrating, and I know that can be scary, and it's impacting the rental market as well, because the rents are increasing traditionally, as they do, higher than mortgage amounts. So you can go out and buy a home for the same amount that you can get the rent for. And so those are moving in the same process in the same way that the mortgages are. So in case you're wondering, It's still a seller's market. They expect it to still be a seller's market for the foreseeable future that they are predicting. The smart people that predict all the markets and have thus far in my career been pretty accurate on what they are predicting. So just so you know, like, the market is still stable, it's strong for those sellers. For buyers, if you're looking to buy, this is what you can expect. So you want to make sure that you have an agent that is willing to put in the time and make those offers for you, and know that it's probably going to be a few offers before you finally get the one that you want. So if you have questions about the market, I'd love to discuss it, and I would love to chat with you about it. So thanks for stopping by, and I would love to talk to you in the future. Thanks.